So, what's the next question to ask when you're doing conversational hypnosis? I would say that students ask me that all the time. Like, how did you know that was the next question? How do you know what to ask next? So, let's just go back for a moment and really study this. Like, what's the usual way of knowing what the next question is? The usual way of knowing what the next question is read the script, right? Is look at what is in front of you that you have purchased from your guru or your hypnosis school and just use that. So you would be looking at like a non-smoking script and thinking like, okay, where are we in this process, right? And then we would decide what to say or ask next based on some kind of formula. Okay, so what's totally unique and different about the conversational hypnosis method is there is no footing like that. There's no formula like that. And that is very liberating and freeing because you don't have to be tracking something in the back of your mind or in front of you, like a paper, to know what to do next. Instead, you're going to figure out, this is super important, you're going to figure out what to do next by allowing the client to tell you. So now you see that the hypnosis becomes more and more interesting in the sense that it has less and less to do with what I have to deliver to you, the client, or what I want to hypnotize you into, but it has more and more to do with where you are in your subconscious process, where the client is, and where they are leading me. That's why it's so powerful because I am directed and moved by the subconscious mind that's in front of me. So how do I know what the next thing to ask or say is always contingent on what is said to me. So that means that at any moment in the side of a conversation, a whole host of things could happen, like dozens of different things. And some of it is, of course, going to be based on my instinct, my intuition, like what I feel inside of myself. Often I'll blurt out a question and not even know like where it came from, which tells me it's my subconscious mind that made it up. But the most important principle of this video is you don't guess at the next most important question. You don't go by a list. You don't go by, oh, I already asked this, this, and this, so it must be this. You don't do a predictive kind of thing, like if I ask that, maybe this would happen. You don't use a language pattern, like if I ask it this way, I could elicit this. It's none of that kind of strategy. Instead, it's, oh, look, what I just saw was subconscious. Oh, what I just heard was subconscious. What I'm feeling from this client is subconscious. Therefore, I will pursue it further. If they say something conscious to me, I don't need to pursue that because that's not my job. I'm not interested in that. So I am directed in my questioning by what the client is saying and then what kind of thing they're saying, what category it falls into. And categories is something I teach in the course. What category it falls into, I'm gonna like check in on myself and wonder if we're in a category of some kind of momentum or if we're stuck. So the categories is too much to get into in this video here, but the idea is I perceive a subconscious moment in my client, and then based on what kind it is or where it takes me or what it suggests to me, I can figure out the next thing to ask very naturally based on my curiosity. So my curiosity leads the conversation. The unconscious moment in front of me tells me more about the direction or um, the orientation of the next question, and so on and so forth. Then the next question does the same. Then the next bit of conversation does the same. And as we go through, less and less time is needed to figure out what that next thing is because we are kind of um, exploring the depths. And as you get deeper and deeper into it, it becomes more and more interesting and more obvious to me anyway, what kind of direction will be helpful, what kind of direction we would be well served to go in. So as you can see, none of that is guessing. None of that is, oh, I know what would help this person, or regression. Oh, I know what would help this person, timeline therapy. I don't do that. Instead, I let the conversation lead me to the next question and to the next curiosity so that I am completely creating the custom experience in the moment. And that's why it's effective. Part of why it's effective. because it's custom, it's real time, and it's really based on the subconscious person in front of me, which everybody is subconscious on some level. So if you bring me your subconsciousness, I will know the next question just based on what you say. I don't have to create it or predict it. So there's lots of videos on this on YouTube. You can like watch actual sessions, see like the way the conversation is being woven. If you have questions about how to generate that curiosity and those questions yourself, come to the live training. There's one coming up now in summertime as well. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. This is Mama Soul Doc, Maya Elephant. I'm not a medical doctor or a mental health care practitioner. Thanks for watching.